Today in this class, today we are going to learn about the parts of speech. You know, now you as you are in class 8 and now onwards you will have the exercise in the integrated form. Integrated form means you will not solve the question on the basis of only one chapter, but you have to look after all the grammar in one exercise. That is called integrated grammar. It means you will have the exercise like editing, omission, and error finding, and rearranging, and fill ups, and gap filling, close filling, etc. And these exercises will not be based on any particular chapter like noun, pronoun, or adjective, or conjunction, or interjection, but it will be based on the integrated one. All the chapters will be used in that. You have to find out the things, searching out any ever the part of speech. So first of all, you should know various parts of a sentence. You know, we use many words in a sentence, and these sentences play different role. As we can take an example of ourselves, as normally we are the human beings, but when we are in the home, we are a family member. When we are standing on a shop, we are a customer there. When we are standing in the school, we are studying there, then we are a student. If we are teaching there, then we are the teacher. We, being the single person, play different role at different places. In the same way, in a sentence, the word can be the same, but how it is being used, in what form it is used, it depends. Its name, it depends its part. If a word is used as an article, it can also be used as an adjective. If an adjective is used with a noun, it can also be used as an adverb. So it depends how we are using the words. So these all things are called parts of speech. So let us first know about these parts of speech. So basically there are 8 parts of speech in a sentence. We would normally use 8 things in our sentence. Number one is noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. Normally, we use these 8 things in our sentences. There is a particular place for these parts of speeches, parts of speech. Let us know more ahead about it. Let's know about the noun. This is the very basic thing that you start learning from your class 1, since your class 1. So what the nouns are? Nouns are the names that are given to person, place, thing, or an animal. Anything. When we call out something, we have to give it a name so that it can be recognized. We give names to the person so that that particular person can be recognized with that name. Same way, the things are given the name. Otherwise, how can we call them? We will be unable to call them if we are not going to give them name. So name are the nouns. So, but there are different kinds of names. Sometimes we give a category to them. It is called common noun. Let's know about it. The common nouns, there are basically 6 types of nouns. Common nouns, proper nouns, collective nouns, abstract nouns, and concrete nouns, material nouns. Yes, so common nouns are the common word given to any category, any general person. These are the names of the places or thing, or the person. Like we are the human being. So human is the common noun. It can be any living being, any human being. But if we give a particular name to a particular human being, it becomes the proper noun for that person. Like if we have a building, so building can be any building. But if we give a particular name to that building, like St. Francis Bird School, so we have given the name St. Francis Bird School to our school building. Now it becomes the proper name for that building. Building is the common noun and St. Francis Bird School is the proper noun. So common nouns are general names that are given to a category or a general thing or person or place. Now next comes proper noun. Proper noun, the particular name, if when we give the special name or particular name to a particular person, particular thing or particular place, then it becomes proper noun. And as I have already told you about the building and the St. Francis. Same way, a person, it can be any person. But if we give the name to the person like Sanjay Leela Bhansali, now when we say Sanjay Leela Bhansali, it directly the image comes to our mind. It is just because of the proper noun. But if we say the person, we do not know about which person we are talking. But if we say proper noun, if we call a special noun for a person like Shah Rukh Khan, like Salman Khan, like Akshay Kumar, like Ramnath Kovind. So after taking these special names, these proper names, the image comes to our mind. We recognize that person at once. So such kind of things are called proper nouns. In same way, if I say St. Francis Word School, the building image will come to your mind. So this is the use of a proper nouns. Next comes collective nouns. A collective noun is the word used for a group of people or things. Sometimes we do not denote the group as a group. See, I have seen a group of bees. No, there is also particular name which denotes a group of thing or person or something. Like if I say I saw a swarm. Swarm is the name of the group of bees. I saw the crowd standing over there. So if I am saying crowd, it automatically means that I have seen a group of people over there. I have seen the fleet running on the road. So fleet is the group name that is given to the group many cars. So we need not to say I have seen many groups running on the road and many cars running on the road. We can just simplify it by giving a group name. So this group name is called collective nouns. Next comes abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are the ideas. Sometimes names we say something that cannot be visible, that can be felt only. These nouns are called abstract nouns. These are the ideas like feelings and qualities. Like I feel lovely. So I feel sometimes we say he's courageous man. So courageous. Courage. You show courage. You show courage. You should be brave. So what is brave? Brave is a feeling. Brave is something that we cannot touch, but still it exists in invisible way. So it is a noun. It is a name of feeling. So it is a noun. If still it is a name of feeling, if we have a name for any idea, if we have a name for any quality, so that is also a noun, but it is called abstract noun. These are love, hate. So you see, love is a feeling, hate is a feeling, kindness is a feeling, imagination is the idea, courage is the quality, intelligence is the quality, happiness again the quality, sadness the quality or the feeling. It can be joy, the feeling, confidence, it's a quality or it's a feeling, luck, it's a quality, bitterness, cheerfulness. So all these are the names of the feelings or the ideas or the quality. So sometimes like we have two types of actions. Some we have the physical action. We move our body part, but sometimes we do not move our body part, but we only do the work mentally, like we think, we like. So these are the mental actions. So these are the mental verbs. So same way when the things are mentally done, mentally named. So these are the called abstract nouns. Next comes the material noun. Material nouns are the words which are given to the names to the material. Material like the gold or the wood or the woolen. So these when the things are made up of some material and we tell what material it is. So that is called the name of materials are called material noun. Next we have which is not mentioned here, which that is concrete noun. Like we have abstract noun. Abstract nouns are the names of the feelings or the ideas or the qualities. Same way, concrete nouns are the names of things that can be visible, that can be touchable, that we can see with our physics. which has a physics, we can say something which things which are having the physics, which things which have physical existence. These are called, those are called concrete nouns. So you can relate abstract noun and the concrete noun to each opposite to each other. Material nouns, you know now it. Next, let's see. Next comes the part of pronoun. Pronoun is another part of speech which is used in place of noun. The pronoun is a word used in place of one or more nouns. It may stand for person, place, or thing or idea. Personal pronouns. Now pronouns, personal pronouns are of three forms, or we can say three persons. First person, when we talk about ourselves. I am teacher. I am teaching you. We are the students and we are learning here. So here we are talking about ourselves. So this is called first person. Pronoun in first person. So when we are talking about the listener, like here, right now, you are listening my teaching. You are listening my lesson. So here, you, the word you is the second personal pronoun which is used for the listener. You should have your rough notebook or pencil and your book along with you so that you can note down these things in your rough notebook for the further reference. It will be beneficial for all of you. So please note down these things in your notebooks. Next comes third person. When we talk about the personal pronouns, there are three personal pronouns. First person, second person, third person. First person, when we talk about ourselves. Second person, when we talk about the listener. Third person, when we talk about some other person, neither you nor I. When we are not talking about ourselves, when we are not talking about listeners, when we are talking someone other, that comes in the third person. So personal pronouns are the three kinds: first person, second person, third person. Next comes indefinite pronouns. Sometimes we do not indicate someone particular, some particular one. We say anybody, or we say each, either. We say none has come. So here we are not we are not denoting someone particularly. We are generally pointing out someone. So such kind of pronouns are called indefinite pronouns. Like if anybody has having the book, here I'm not denoting any particular one, but I'm asking in the general one, that if anybody is having the pencil, each of you should write it in the notebook. When I say the sentence, each of you should sit in a proper position. So here I am not particularly denoting anyone. I am telling everyone, but in an indefinite way. Either you or she will come to me for any question. So here again I am not asking to anyone in a particular way. I am in a general way, I am asking to do the thing. None, none has opened the door for me. Again, not generalized, not a particular one, to everyone. In a general way, we are denoting the person. Someone or one, like. So all these things are called indefinite pronouns. Next is comes demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun, when we indicate someone particular one. Like this person scolded me. That boy told me that I am not beautiful. These people are very arrogant. Those things looking very pretty. So all these here, these four words, you can note it down. Demonstrative pronouns, these, this, that, these, those. So these are the four demonstrative pronouns which particularly denote something or someone. These indicate to them. Next comes interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns, when we use words in place of the question word, means these are the question words that replace the answer with the noun. Always remember, when we use any question word, that replaces with the noun in the answer. Like interrogative, like who. If we are asking who was there on the door, so there must be some noun as an answer. We can say my aunt was there at the door. So here my aunt, and this my aunt was replacing with the question word who. So this who is the interrogative pronoun. So sorry, in any sentence, if we are replacing any noun with any question word, it comes under the category of interrogative pronouns. Next comes adjective. Next parts of speech is adjective. You know it well. When we describe any noun with some quality or quantity, it is called adjective. When we tell something more about noun, when we are telling something about the noun, that words are called adjective. The words that describe us more about the nouns, like short lady, sunny day, soft bed, and sweet boy. So here all these words, all these color words, you can see short, sunny, and soft and sweet. These words are defining and describing and telling more about the noun that is following them. जो इनकी just बाद आ रहे हैं. You can see they have short lady means the lady who is short, the day which is sunny, bad which is soft, boy who is sweet. So these words, these color words, blue words are defining the nouns. These are called adjectives. Now again, there are different types of adjectives. We define the things differently. So every type of these adjectives define the nouns differently. Like adjective of quality, when we define the nouns by their quality, how it is. Like the short lady. So what is the quality of the lady? That she is short. She is less in height. Adjective of quantity, when we describe the thing or a noun with its quantity, like few people, few means kuch hi log. So what are the quality about quantity? Here what description is given about the people, that few. So few is the adjective of quantity. Next comes adjectives of number. Sometimes, like, these are closely related. Adjectives of quantity and adjectives of number are closely related. You can see here adjectives of number tells that directly the number about the noun. It describes the noun with the number. Like two people are standing there. Like there were 30 students in the class. So 30 is the adjective of number. But if I say there were many students in the class, now here I am not denoting any number, particular number. So it is only the quantity, sum. So it is closely, you can find it, quantity and number adjectives are closely related. In the quantity, we are just telling the quantity with the words, and in the number, we are telling the quantity with the numbers. Next comes demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives are these, those. Now, here you can get a little confused with the demonstrative pronoun and demonstrative adjectives. What is the difference? The difference is when these words, here there are four demonstrative, this, that, these, those. First of all, you should know there are four demonstrative words, this, that, these, those. And these four words are used as pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, as well as demonstrative adjectives. As in the very beginning, I have told you, one word can play various roles. As like we play different role at different places. So same way, these demonstrative words, when these demonstrative words replace any noun, pay attention to my words. When any demonstrative word replace a noun, it becomes demonstrative pronoun. When these demonstrative words follow a noun, then it becomes demonstrative adjective. See, listen the example once again, then it will be more clear to you. Demonstrative pronoun, these are the books. Here I am indicating towards the books. So I am not following the books, but I am indicating. So these are here, it is demonstrative pronoun. But if I say these books are kept here, these books are kept here. Here in this sentence, demonstrative word these are following is following book, a noun. एक noun को follow कर रहा है. So it means here it is a demonstrative adjective. Next comes this distributive adjectives. Now distributive adjectives, like in the pronoun we have learned about the indefinite pronoun. like anyone, any, each, other. So same way, these are the words which which are used as distributive adjectives also. The difference is same. When we replace any noun with these any indefinite words, these are indefinite pronouns. But when we follow noun using these words, these become distributive adjectives. Like each student will come to me. Now, each student, each is following the noun student. Here, student noun is describing by its distribution. Each. So here it is distributive adjectives. Be attentive towards the difference between the pronoun and the adjective. Otherwise, you will might get confused. The difference is about the noun, using the noun along with them, or replacing from the noun. The thing is that if we are following noun along with that, they will become adjective. If they are replacing the noun, it will become pronoun. Next comes possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives come which show possession, like my books. Books are own, my own. I own these books. So my books. These are possessive adjectives. Your notebook, your class. So yeah, here your, my, they are, his, her. These are the adjectives if they are following any noun. Exclamatory adjectives and interrogative adjectives. Exclamatory adjectives are the adjectives which are exclamatory words which are using following the nouns, same as interrogative adjectives. Some words which are following the nouns are called interrogative adjectives. So the difference is same as we have already told you in the form of pronoun, with the pronoun and adjectives. If the word is replacing the noun, it will become the pronoun. If the word is describing an adjective, it will become interrogative or possessive or distributive adjective or demonstrative adjective. I hope this is very much clear to everyone. Now let's come to the next part of the speech. It is verb. Verb, an action word or a verb of state of being, the be verb, or a word that shows the possession without following any noun. Be careful here. Any possession word that shows position without following the noun exactly. Like, let us talk about the action words. Action, sometimes we express an action in a sentence. These actions can be a physical action or can be mental action. Like we say, I think I should go for a picnic. So in this sentence, I have used both the verbs. I think. Think is not any mental action, not a physical action. Here I am not moving my body part. Here I am not using my body part any physical any in a physical way. So here I am thinking. I am doing my mental work. So think is a mental action verb. And I think I should go. Go means when we talk about the going. So it needs a physical movement. So it is a physical action verb. So verb, there are three types of verbs. But one is action and another is linking. Here you can see linking verb. I will tell you in later class, in next class. Let us talk about the action verb. Action verb that can, in which we show any action. This action can be mental action or can be physical action. Action verbs express mental or physical action. In the next slide, you can see here, he rode the horse to victory. Ride, road ridden. So here, road is the second form of the action to go on a horse. So here you can see the person is riding the horse. So road is an action that is physical action. Linking verbs make a statement by connecting the subject with a verb that describes or explains it. He has been sick. Now, let's not talk about these linking verbs. First of all, let's talk about the other verbs, like the verbs of being. Is, are, and was, were, shall be, will be. These are the verbs of being. It tells us about the state of being. What is something? if we are not using any action word in a sentence, we generally use these words: is, are, am, was, were, will be, shall be. These are the like an example. Let's take an example. Like, he is a rider. He is a rider. He is a horseman. She is an artist. My mother is a good cook. So here I am not doing any action. Here no action word is used. But sorry, but here is word is used. Is telling the state of being. कौन क्या है, ये हमें यहाँ पर ये word बता रहा है is. So is also a verb here. But remember, agar if we are using this verb is or state of being verb with an action word, it becomes a linking verb, that you can see here. Same way, we have another third type of verb, which is possession verb, which shows the possession, which shows ownership of something. Like, he has water bag. So here we are not doing any action, but we are showing the possession. Has. He had many books. Through these words, he has, have, and had, we are showing possession. So here, if we are not using any action verb, these words are the main verb here, the verb of possession. But if we are using any action verb as well or any auxiliary verb as well, then it will become linking verb. Because if there is any action verb in the sentence, then any other verb, a verb of being or verb of possession will become auxiliary verb or the linking verb. You should note it down. So there are two types of verbs: action verbs and linking verbs. Action verbs, which are directly showing any movement, whether it is a mental movement or whether it is physical movement. Linking verbs are the auxiliary verb when they are connecting the subject with its action word, telling its time or describing it more. Next comes adverbs. Words that modifies a verb or a verb phrase is called adverb. जैसे भी हमने पढ़ा था about adjective, adjectives tells us more about the nouns. Same way, when some words tell about the verbs, actions, or a verb phrase, then it is called adverb. There are different types of adverbs. Basically, there are 6 types of adverbs, but here you are shown only 5 types. Modifies or describes a verb or another verb. And there are basically 4 types are mentioned, but basically 6 types of adverbs are there. You can note it down. He ran quickly. It is a verb, adverb of manner. When we tell how the work is done, what is the manner of the work? It is called adverb of manner. It answers, it questions how. She left yesterday. When we tells about the time of the action, जब हम action के time के बारे में बात करते हैं, then it is called the adverb of time. It raise the question when. When we talk about the place of the action, where the action has been done, it asks about the question where. It is called the adverb of place. When we talk about the degree of the adverb, of the adjective, जब हम किसी सेंटेंस में where there is no main action word, जब हम किसी action word नहीं होता है हमारे सेंटेंस में, but there is a degree of adjective, एक adjective यूज किया होता है, लेकिन उसकी भी हमने एक डिग्री बताई होती है. Just a second, I will unmute yourself so that you can raise your query also. This is the last for today's class, which I am going to explain. So in a sentence, when we are telling the degree of our action or an adjective, then it is called the adjective of degree. So till here we have finished our four parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective, and adverb. Rest we will study in another class.